This timeline shows Apple's stock valuation over the last 15 years. Under Tim Cook's leadership, the market cap climbed to hit $4 trillion. Now, Cook is stepping down as CEO. To see why this transition is happening right now, hit the subscribe button because we're diving into the details of the tech industry's biggest shakeup. Today's Apple is a geopolitical entity. Its global workforce, sprawling supply chains, and international leverage give the company the weight and complexity of a nation-state. The person stepping into the CEO role to manage this entity is John Ternus, Apple's chief of hardware engineering. He is taking over the company just as the entire tech sector moves toward a new era of global automation. Apple is moving away from the standard corporate handover. They are splitting the top executive duties into two separate, highly specialized roles to deal with an evolving threat landscape. Guiding a physical supply chain through global trade disputes while simultaneously winning an artificial intelligence race requires entirely different skill sets. One human being can no longer execute both. The first major threat is aggressive government regulation. Lawmakers are currently targeting Apple's App Store and market dominance. In India, regulators are pushing an antitrust case that could result in a $38 billion fine. The second threat is the advancement of artificial intelligence. Apple's internal generative AI timeline has suffered multiple delays, and they are losing top engineering talent to competitors like OpenAI and Meta. Curious, which of these forces do you think poses the bigger danger to Apple's future? Government regulators or AI rivals? Let us know in the comments below. Managing these simultaneous pressures requires specialized leadership at the helm. They need a seasoned diplomat to handle the regulators and an elite engineer to outbuild the software rivals. Tim Cook is transitioning into the role of executive chairman. His singular focus will now be managing Apple's foreign policy. This map details Apple's manufacturing supply chain. For decades, the company relied on China to build its devices, creating a significant point of failure. Cook has initiated untangling that bottleneck, shifting major production lines into emerging hubs in Vietnam and India. Cook has proven effective at navigating political turbulence. During the heights of recent trade disputes, he negotiated directly with U.S. leadership to secure critical tariff exemptions for the iPhone. Simultaneously, he maintained open access to Chinese consumers and avoided the regulatory crackdowns that Beijing applies to other foreign technology firms. Cook's objective in his new role is defensive. He will use his political capital to shield the company's global operations from tariffs, bans, and international crossfire. On the other side of the equation is John Ternus. Having joined Apple in 2001, he is a hardware purist who climbed the ranks through decades of hands-on mechanical engineering. His teams deliver the physical products that drive Apple's revenue. He oversaw the engineering behind successes like the AirPods, the iPad, and the transition to Apple Silicon in MacBooks. Ternus assumes control at a time when Apple's internal software capabilities are under pressure. Pure software competitors are moving faster, releasing large language models and AI agents that Apple does not currently match natively. Apple's counter-strategy relies on controlling the physical device. If they can continue to build the most desirable phones and wearables, they can ensure consumers access external AI tools through Apple's hardware. Ternus's mission is offensive. He is tasked with turning a software disadvantage into a permanent hardware advantage, ensuring Apple builds the physical gateway to artificial intelligence. This dual leadership era marks a departure from Apple's operating style in the 2010s, where a single visionary controlled both hardware design and software integration from the top down. Now the labor is divided. Ternus looks inward, dedicating his resources to internal product innovation and keeping Apple's physical devices ahead of the market. Meanwhile, Cook looks outward. He operates across international borders to ensure world governments do not legislate or tax those devices out of existence. The modern tech monopoly has outgrown the myth of the lone founder CEO. Survival at this scale requires a specialized internal State Department, acting in parallel with a dedicated product division. Apple is making a massive, calculated bet. They believe a hardware genius and a corporate diplomat working in tandem can outmaneuver companies dedicated entirely to artificial intelligence. Do you think a hardware engineer and a political operator can outsmart pure AI companies like OpenAI and Google? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. The outcome of this split leadership experiment provides the blueprint for the next decade of corporate governance. It demonstrates how a global monopoly must structure itself to survive in an age of divided threats.